Why prospect? Approach. Invite is the beginning of everything. Let's face it, you can't build a business without people. If no one knows you, if no one hears you, if no one trusts you enough to show up, you have no system to build. Prospect, approach, invite. 3 words, but they unlock your entire career. This is the difference between waiting and building, between hoping and multiplying. Think about it. How did McDonald's scale? Ray Kroc didn't flip burgers himself. He invited others to flip them under a system. And Jesus didn't preach alone. He called the 12. He said, come, follow me. You can't build multiplication if you don't start with invitation. It's not about convincing. It's about connecting. Because if you don't prospect, there's no traffic. If you don't approach, there's no trust. If you don't invite, there's no system. So here's your takeaway. The ability to meet, engage, and invite is not a soft skill. It's your gateway to legacy. Success is never accidental. It's engineered. Step by step, layer by layer. At POM, we don't wing it. We run it with structure. 6 steps. That's all it takes to go from stranger to client to leader to legacy. Step 1, prospecting and approaching. Start the relationship. Step 2, BPM. Invite them to hear the story, webinar or live. Step 3, appointment. One-on-one consultation or business conversation. Step 4, become a client or join the team. Step 5, fast start. Launch and train immediately. Step 6, duplicate. Let them share their journey and start their own loop. Henry Ford once said, nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small steps. And Ecclesiastes 11:6 says, sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed. At POM, we don't guess. We sow, we duplicate, we build step by step. PAI is simple, but it's also sacred. Prospect, approach, invite. It's the moment you stop being a spectator and you start building a legacy. This is where every agent begins, not with fancy slides or perfect presentations, but with connection. Every great movement began with an invitation. Jesus said, follow me. Ray Kroc said, join me. Oprah said, come along. This is not about talent. It's about intention. When you know that the system will handle the education, your only job is initiation. So remember this. You don't need to be amazing. You just need to be consistent in getting people in front of the system. Because the system that will do the rest, the warm market, can feel like the hardest. Why? Because it's personal. You think, they won't take me seriously. But what if they're actually waiting to see you rise? You say, I feel awkward. But what if they feel the same way and are just waiting for permission? You think, they already have insurance. But planning evolves, needs change. Apple customers still buy the next iPhone, even when the last one works just fine. You think they earn too much to care. But the truth is, successful people value structure. They value leverage. They value options. And you think they'll say no. But remember, no doesn't mean never. It means not now. Quote to remember, never say no for someone else before they even hear the invitation. Give them the opportunity, let them decide. Warm market is not about being persuasive. It's about being present, professional, and proud of what you offer. Social media isn't just about going viral. It's about staying visible. You don't need thousands of followers. You just need the right people watching the right version of you. Cold market becomes warm when trust is built through consistency, clarity, and care. Think of your feed as your virtual handshake, your stories as your daily hello, your posts as your business card. Share your journey, your lessons, your wins, your why. People don't connect to perfection. They connect to authenticity. Remember Proverbs 22:1. A good name is more desirable than great riches. So, build your name. Build your brand. And over time, the strangers will become friends. And friends will become teammates. Social media isn't a megaphone. It's a magnet. Use it well. You don't need to convince. You just need to invite. The BPM business presentation meeting is your best closer. It's consistent. It's professional. It never forgets the script. And it can scale. Think of it like a restaurant menu. You don't read the whole menu to a guest. You simply hand them the experience. That's what the BPM is, an experience. And if you bring guests consistently, you'll build predictably. Here's your only job. Don't explain the system. Bring people to experience the system. Because what the system can say in 30 minutes would take you weeks to stumble through. Bring them in. Let it speak. After the BPM, something changes. They're curious. They're interested, but they're not committed yet. That's where the one-on-one happens. This isn't a pitch. It's a partnership conversation. The goal isn't to talk them into something. It's to listen, ask, understand, and then align what they need with what we offer. This is where you invite your leader to step in, because leverage is smart. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, "Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor." So use the leader, let them edify, let them connect the dots. Your job isn't to impress, it's to connect and guide them to the next best step. So they joined, great. But now what? If you don't launch them, they'll pause. If they pause too long, they'll disappear. That's why fast start is urgent. It sets the tone. It builds the rhythm. It creates early wins. Remember, most people don't fail from lack of potential. They fail from lack of clarity and momentum. Your job is to give them both. Help them write their why, make their PPL, book their first BPM guest. Because duplication doesn't happen by chance. It happens by training. Launch fast, train smart, multiply early. You can't do it all, and you shouldn't try. That's why we build systems, not just teams. You selling is great, but you duplicating people who can sell, train, lead, and grow? That's legacy. Think about Jesus. He didn't try to reach the world alone. He raised 12, and they reached the world. You don't need 1,000 agents. You need a handful of builders who know how to duplicate. Here's the secret. You don't become successful by being the best. You become successful by building others who succeed without you. That's true leadership. This isn't random. It's engineered. Step 1, prospect and invite. Make the list, work the list, refill the list. Step 2, BPM. Bring people to the system that builds belief. Step 3, appointment. Lock in trust. Listen, align. Step 4, convert. They join as a client or partner. Step 5, fast start. Get them trained, get them moving. Step 6, duplicate. Now teach them steps 1 through 5, over and over, with rhythm, with grace, with momentum. This is not a hustle, it's a harvest. And you're the farmer. So plant, water, train, and watch it grow.
Legal disclaimer. This presentation is for educational purposes only. It does not serve as legal, tax, or investment advice. Every story we share is real, based on the experiences of our independent partners. However, individual results vary. Success depends on your own effort, consistency, and commitment. Please follow your local state's licensing rules and consult a licensed tax or legal professional before making financial decisions.